Laziness isn't just a habit, it's a silent thief that steals your potential. Every excuse, every delay, and every "I'll do it tomorrow" feeds the cycle. But what if you could break free? This story reveals the simple yet powerful steps to transform laziness into unstoppable action. John had always been a dreamer. His notebook was filled with ideas for businesses, places he wanted to visit, and fitness goals he aimed to achieve. But those dreams never left the pages. Each morning his alarm rang, but instead of jumping out of bed, he hit snooze. His books gathered dust, his gym membership went unused, and his plans remained just that, plans. Then came the day that changed everything. John had been preparing for a big job interview for weeks. It was his chance to work at a prestigious company, a job that could set his life on the right path. But the night before, instead of preparing, he wasted hours scrolling through his phone. "I'll wake up early and review in the morning," he told himself. Morning came, but so did his bad habits. He snoozed his alarm again and again. By the time he rushed out of bed, he was already late. He barely managed to throw on a wrinkled shirt before sprinting to the interview location. He arrived out of breath, sweaty, and unprepared. The interviewer glanced at his resume, then at him. "Tell me about your strengths." John stammered, his mind blank. The interviewer sighed and shook his head. "You clearly didn't prepare. Thank you for your time." As John stepped out of the building, the weight of regret crushed him. He had let his laziness steal yet another opportunity. That night, he sat alone, staring at his untouched notebook of dreams. Was this all his life would be? A collection of maybes and somedays? Just then, his grandfather walked in. He had seen the disappointment in John's eyes and knew it well. It was the same look he had once worn in his youth. "Come with me," the old man said. John followed his grandfather to the backyard, where a candle flickered on a small wooden table. Beside it, a large bonfire roared in the night. "Blow out the candle," his grandfather instructed. John raised an eyebrow but did as he was told. A single puff of air extinguished the small flame instantly. "Now," his grandfather said, pointing to the bonfire, "try to blow that out." John chuckled. "That's impossible." His grandfather nodded. "Exactly. A small flame is weak. One excuse, one distraction, and it dies. But a raging fire? Nothing can put it out. Your passion, discipline, and dreams are like fire. If you let them stay small, laziness will always be strong enough to kill them. But if you feed the fire with action, nothing will stop you." John stood there, absorbing the words. For the first time, he saw his laziness for what it truly was. Not a lack of talent or intelligence, but a weak flame that he had never bothered to fuel. That night, he made a decision. He would stop being the candle. He would become the fire. The next morning, as his alarm rang, the old John would have snoozed it. But today, he remembered the bonfire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. He threw off the covers and got up immediately. No thinking, no hesitation. When he felt like skipping his workout, he counted down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and moved before his brain could make excuses. It was uncomfortable at first. His lazy mind fought back. But every time he won a small battle, the fire inside him grew stronger. Instead of overwhelming himself with massive goals, John focused on just one small victory at a time. Just 10 minutes of studying. That 10 minutes turned into an hour. Just a 5-minute jog. That jog turned into a full workout. Just one resume sent out today. Soon, he was applying to 5 jobs a day. Each small win built momentum. John realized his surroundings encouraged laziness. His phone was a distraction, his bed was too comfortable, and his workspace was cluttered. So he made changes. He put his phone in another room while working. He laid out his workout clothes the night before. He replaced his gaming setup with books and vision boards, With these changes, laziness had fewer places to hide. One evening, John sat down and wrote not just his goals, but his reasons for them. He didn't just want to get fit. He wanted to feel confident in his own skin. He didn't just want a job. He wanted to build a career that made him proud. He didn't just want to be productive. He wanted to prove to himself that he was capable. His dreams were no longer just vague wishes. They had meaning. Months passed, and John had transformed. But life always finds a way to test our resolve. One night after a long day, the old habit of laziness tried to creep back in. He lay on his bed, phone in hand. "I've worked hard. Maybe I can relax." But then, he remembered the bonfire. Am I a candle or a fire? He got up. He wrote another page in his book. He did one more set at the gym. He read another chapter. The old John would have given in. But the new John, he had become unstoppable. Years passed, and John's discipline shaped his destiny. He built his career, started his own business, and became the confident, capable person he had always dreamed of being. One evening, as he stood in his backyard, a young cousin came to him with the same struggles he once had. "I want to do so many things," the boy said, "but I keep wasting time." John smiled, placing a hand on his shoulder. "Come with me." He led the boy to the backyard, where a single candle flickered beside a roaring bonfire. And just like his grandfather once did, he passed on the lesson that had changed his life. So friends, this is our today's video. If you like this story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and see you in another video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.